Welcome everybody to episode 2 of this F1 Manager career mode with Alfa Romeo. Glad to see you guys back. I hope you're going to enjoy this one. We have got Jeddah up next, and we've just got to continue the form of that great start in Bahrain. So without further ado, let's get into this one. As you can see guys, we only have 4 days until the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, so there's not much we can do in between in this episode. But what I am going to start is a couple projects with manufacturing some more parts. So you'll see certain things we have in abundance, quantity 6,664, but suspension, we want to just get a couple of these new ones going. We'll go with 3, just so we have an abundance of them, and then we're going to also install it on car 1. So that was the suspension. Let's change it to this one, a little bit quicker, so just going to give Bottas that bit of an advantage over what he has. We'll just double check there's no new ones. I think it was just the suspension we built. Obviously powertrain, it's fine. So yeah, that's going to take a little bit of time. I don't think we will see that at all. We will just get to the race weekend. As usual, we come to the race weekend preparation screen, which got our lap record. Obviously, not many races have ever taken part in Saudi Arabia. I believe this is the second one in real life, isn't it? 2021 was the first race. Obviously, Hamilton has the lap record, but there's somebody could break that in the game. Obviously, a long race distance. Could have just read from first Grand Prix 2021 that this would be the second one. That would have been the obvious thing to do. And obviously there was safety cars last time. I believe there was a red flag last time as well. As usual, we'll put our targets in. Qualifying position 10th. Reach Q3. I think we can do that after last time. Race targets. They want us to be fastest lap in. Not sure about that. And obviously, as I said in the previous episode, our finish position streak will continue for the next 5 races. So I don't need to actually mess about with that. We can click a more detailed circuit overview here. So you'll see there's a circuit map. That's the usual kind of screen you would see in the Formula 1 preview. And then you've got your section by speed, tells you where they're braking, where they're kind of just barely on the throttle, accelerating and kind of full speed. This obviously tells you what best attributes suit the car for this track, and a few other different considerations. These expected strategies and compound performances can change through the regulation changes of each season in this. And there you go, previous race results as well. So you go Kimi and Giovinazzi, because that would have been our previous drivers. Historic results and powertrain usage. So just a little tidbit for you guys before we get into this one. So what I'm going to do with the usual thing, I will simulate practice 1 and I will come back to you for qualifying. So guys, that's the end of the practice sessions. If we have a look at the results, we did pretty well, I would say. You know, consistently top 10 all the way throughout, roughly the same times each time. What we now have to do though is we have to kind of focus on this setup. So yeah, 80% is decent, but it's not great. So I'm going to just bump up the front way. Ooh, I don't know actually. This is what's tricky about this game, is just getting that right. So as you can see, it's our traction is slightly out. There we go, that looks a bit better. So we bump that down. We've put our straight line speed into the region. Probably gonna have, ooh, this is a difficult one to balance this. What if we got that as low as possible? Got that there. That's probably the best we can do for this one. And what about Zhou? So his front wing just can be reduced a little bit. And then straight line speed needs to go that way. Everything else probably just needs minor adjustments to fit in line with what we require. We go, let me just pull that back a little bit again, and we'll see what happens. Setups are so tricky, and obviously with me cheekily simulating practice 2 and 3, you can't get 100% most of the time. But if you get it right in that first practice session, you generally can get pretty close. I think the closest I've got is 97%.
Ready to check.
Right, so let's send Zhou out first, give him that track time, and we will just skip along till we get to our flying laps. So 8 times speed, Zhou and Bottas get on their first flying laps of the qualifying session. Obviously consistently top 10 as we talked about in practice. Let's see if that moves into qualifying pace. Bit of traffic holding Zhou up there. But there we go, 29.8 with 3/10 between them. A lot faster than the Haas's. Leclerc goes slower than Bottas. That's a pretty good sign, guys. That's a pretty good sign. Zhou comes in. Let's just quickly reconfigure and do the same with Bottas. And then we will get our next set of laps out as well. And I'll let you know if we go any quicker at all. So it looks like I released them into traffic, unfortunately, and that has completely ruined their laps entirely. I don't know why I'm saying about refueling, because we should have enough. Yeah, so they're not going to get any faster laps, but we should be comfortably through, you know, P4 and P9 at the moment. Let's just simulate on, and I'm sure we'll see the end results in just a moment. Yeah, see, I also kind of dropped them a bit too close to each other. Hopefully we'll get in the way of other people as well. But we can see it's the usual suspects in the bottom, Williams and Aston Martin, and is Ricciardo going to be dropped as well at the bottom there. He does put himself and his Mick Schumacher that misses out. So we'll move on to Q2 now. You can see setup wise there, 94% and 90%. So that's exactly, well, not exactly perfect, but I would say that's a pretty good setup.
Copy.
Right, once again, just send him out, and then we'll send Zhou straight out afterwards. So I didn't show you guys, but Bottas did get majorly held up in traffic, and Zhou did a bit as well. So they are going to have to do new laps. What we'll do is we'll go on board with their second flying laps, and hopefully we won't end up being blocked this time. If we have a look, you can see that even though we were held up, we're still 6th and 7th, so it's been a pretty good lap for them still. But the Mercedes are a bit behind as well, and we know they can take our positions easily. They are definitely a force to be reckoned with. But we'll go on board with Bottas for his flying lap in Q2. See him preparing into the last corner here. Put it on their timers so we can see who's going quick. Bit tentative out of turn 2 there for Bottas. Let's see through this fast S section how he does. We want to see green. We want to see green sectors. First sector's yellow, but it's not where we lost the time. We just need to gain a few tenths to guarantee ourselves top 10. As long as there's no yellow flags out, although we are one of the kind of front runners of the cars. Obviously, you still got that risk even in this simulation game that if a yellow flag happens while you're on a fast lap, your car will be slowed down in that sector, as you should be doing in real life. So it can completely ruin your lap if you've not had a good one. You can see it is green in the middle sector, same for Zhou as well. Bottas and Zhou both going quick. We just needed to improve a little bit. Hopefully go ahead of Alonso. I reckon we should. It's only a 10th difference, less than that with him. And you see we've actually caught the AlphaTauri ahead a little bit. So your Bottas comes down the last of the straight across the line. Oh, it keeps coming up with this. I don't know why. We'll ignore that. Bottas... yes, goes a lot quicker, and Zhou doesn't improve. Okay, so he's still a little bit of risk. Got the Mercedes to come through still. We'll just skip on a little bit and see where they are. So that's Russell through. he has gone quicker and Hamilton's gone quicker. Zhou is pushed into P11. So he could, because he couldn't improve that lap. And I think one of the AlphaTauris did go above. Unfortunately, Zhou is out in Q2. That is such a shame. Such a shame there. So we will just be down to one car, guys, for Q1. Sorry, Q1, Q3. Yeah. That's, I feel bad for the guy. That was so close. If we have a quick look at the results, he was less than about 200s out from that session. Yeah, 300s even. Very little in that between him and Docon. Anyway, we will move on to Q3 and get Bottas going. So you guys are probably wondering why Bottas is looking so slow now. I did send him on an old set of softs for our banker lap. Yeah, they're pretty rubbish, but we've configured it now to have the fastest tyre on. Brand new set. So once we get down to the 3-minute mark, roughly, we can then send him out for a flying lap. We'll just wait until we see other cars starting to go out. I don't want to do that early. I'd rather not be the first one. So there we go. That's Perez out. We'll send Bottas out. Let's see where we come out. I hope everyone else comes out in time. I don't want to be caught in traffic. We shouldn't. Bottas nearly ran for his flying lap. Let's have a good one in this final Q3 few minutes. Of course, he will go green. He should, because it is a brand new set unless he makes any mistakes. Round the final corner, and of course it keeps saying we need to refuel every single time. He puts himself to P6, 8/10 off of the fastest lap. That is a decent lap there. We will just see. Russell is probably the driver I'm most worried about going ahead of us. He's just crossed the line. He hasn't. So I think Russell has had it. That's him starting 7th by the looks of it. Let's just skip on forward. Hamilton's finished. Alonso is Gasly. I don't see Gasly anywhere. No, he's already done his lap. So we are P6, guys. P6 for Valtteri Bottas. Really good start to his season. Bahrain was P5 and now P6 in qualifying here at Saudi Arabia. We will take that all day long. And as you can see, it was Charles Leclerc fastest in first sector, Sainz in this first qualifying, then Sainz in the second qualifying, and Verstappen tops off the session entirely, so he will start P1.
Race day has arrived and the time
Yeah, we will get to race day. I'm going to quickly look at the strategy. That is our key here, especially for Zhou. With being P11, we need to get the right strategy for him. So it looks like for Valtteri, they would like to do a medium hard stop. It does push the hards right on the edge. We could start on hards. Thinking about doing that with Zhou instead. Seeing how far he can take his hard compounds, because obviously there's still a risk of a safety car at any point. We've got a bit of leeway with the mediums. Probably could bring that a lap down or two. Same with Bottas, probably extend it a lap or two. So let's try that, guys. Let's just do a couple opposite strategies for them so there's no chance crossover during pit stops. Let's get into the race.
moments away from this.
Here come the lights. 3, 4, 5.
It's lights out.
Oh, come on, guys. Where's Bottas? He's pushing. I didn't set them to push, actually. Let's put Zhou to go aggressive there. To Bottas on the fuel.
Copy.
He's come out in 6th still, the balance ahead of him. Put him on aggressive there as well. Let's see where Zhou is. He's just behind the AlphaTauri.
Push.
So Bottas just needs to latch onto the back. Those two are fighting hard. Are they going to go wheel to wheel? They are. Perez and Hamilton nearly through this fast kind of left-hander. Bottas trying to sneak on the inside of Perez. Oh, that was so close to a good move. So close. Let's see where Zhou is. He's struggling a little bit to keep up the AlphaTauri ahead. Let's give him a bit of pace with the fuel. Again, always trying to avoid using the ERS straight away, but with Zhou, I may have to. Bottas, though, he's keeping up with them well. They're actually losing time to get ahead. Hamilton's a second back from the top three. Go on, Bottas. Zhou doing a bit better now. Using Bottas, though, you can see him trying to get up the inside. And Perez as well, trying to get up the inside of Hamilton. Is he going to go for a move into the last corner? He thought about it. And then Perez going on Hamilton. Can Bottas capitalise? He's definitely thinking to come on, Bottas. Show us what moves you got here. Gonna tone Zhou down because we know those hard tires probably won't go, and he goes for the double move. Is he gonna make any of them stick? He doesn't, does he? No. Yes, he's overtaken Hamilton. Can he take Perez into turn 3? Oh no, he doesn't manage that. Oh my god, that was insane. Right, let's quickly go to Zhou.
Just moved up a place.
And let's put some overtake on him so he can get past the next car. Look at Bottas right behind Perez now. Give him no inch. His quarrel is with that Red Bull, and it will continue until he gets past. We're going to have a bit of issues though when we get ahead because we're going to have no DRS. But what I can do, once we do, I can use deploy just to pull away. Let's see what Zhou can do with a bit of overtake now. He's lost a bit of time. Starting to close that gap. Bottas still though. Look how close he is right behind him. Surely into the last corner will get him here. He's going for a move. Or he thought about it, but Perez went defensive on the outside. Bottas now coming down the inside. Nope. Tucks it in. Let's give him a bit of overtake just to push on.
We can try to use overtake end of straight.
All good.
Can he make a move using that?
DRS enabled.
I don't think he will. We may have to just sit behind for a moment. Has Zhou done it? Zhou has tried the move, but it's not paid off, so we're going to put him back into neutral. Oh, he might though, right at the end here. He has. He's confirmed that place ahead of Gasly. Right, let's push the fuel down. Don't want to be using too much. He's not in a position to be using that up. Bottas, though, right behind Perez, is definitely in his position to do more. Only 2/10 separating them now. Perez wobbling as he tries to go defensive against Bottas. Forgot to turn Bottas down to neutral, that'll be why. Bottas going for the move. Oh my god, round the outside there. No, I expect surely he's got DRS though as well.
Nice work.
Did he know Perez got the DRS, so this is going to be a close fight for 4th place. Bottas goes defensive. Is Perez going to go down the inside? He's thought about it. He's just snuck his wing in there. Bottas still going. Gonna have to turn the fuel down though.
We need more lift and coast.
Copy that.
What's Zhou doing? Zhou's gonna go for a move on Ocon to take 9th place. Zhou does make the move. We're gonna put him on deploy to catch up with Russell. And that's Hamilton past Perez. Perez has lost a place. Time for Bottas to go on deploy as well. Both guys at the head of their trains of cars. Zhou now into the back already of Hamilton, is it? Russell, sorry, Russell. Get my drivers all mixed up here and confused. So Zhou can slow down a little bit, but Bottas has got a lot of work to do to get away from this train. He's got 3 seconds to make up to get to Sainz. I don't think he'll get there. What we'll do is we'll put him on attack. We'll really push this car as much as it'll take us. He's nearly got that second gap. He is actually very close to that second gap. He has broken the DRS now. So this is really an opportunistic move for Bottas to just continue in this vein. Through the DRS detection zone there. Hamilton shouldn't get any DRS on us. Have a quick look. No, he doesn't. Good stuff for Bottas. We'll turn him down to aggressive, but we're going to keep the ERS on deploy.
Get these tyres to last.
Zhou, I'm going to leave as he is. He's got no worries from behind, but he has the opportunity to get Russell and get into a decent position here. Right, we're going to have to put him on neutral on the ERS now. Now that he's created that gap. Alonso has overtaken both of them into turn, well, just before turn 1. Let's skip on a little bit and see where we get to. Gonna go on board with Zhou. I want to see if he can get this move done. He's just got Russell. That's all he has to do is take Russell. The other three in front are battling so hard. As Russell nearly hits the back of Perez. Come on, Zhou, you got this. I know you do. Let's push you a bit aggressive.
So you can push a bit more. Copy.
Surely Zhou can do something in this pack. He's got a very similar car to Bottas. Only difference is the suspension. Obviously, we got the new part for Bottas. On the hard tyre as well, I think most people are. Yeah, Bottas and Alonso are the only ones with mediums. So that is the other advantage for Bottas and why he's pulling away. Not so much catching up with the top 3 anymore. But a secure 4th position, like last time, nearly getting that in Bahrain. This would be a good end result, but we're not going to speak too soon. We're only on lap 6 of 50. Zhou, we're waiting to catch up with Russell. Not even catch up, that is the wrong word. We want him to overtake, which he is so close to doing. 2/10 has been the gap for quite some time now. Let's see if just pushing on these tyres helps him that little bit more. He is so close now. Come on, Zhou, you have an Alfa Romeo. You are an Alfa Romeo driver. What can you show us? He's going for the move. He is going for the move on the outside of Russell. Doesn't make a stick, goes over the curb. Still right behind. Only 1/10 separates them. DRS is wide open. Is he going to go down the inside into the last corner? No, because Russell goes defensive. What can Zhou do? Zhou does nothing there. Russell stays defensive. Can he get him into turn 1? It looks like Russell now is caught closer to the back of these guys. So Zhou may just have to hold off a little bit. All this time, so Bottas continuing to pull his gap on this group. And Zhou not able to do anything there. So we'll just tone it down a little bit. Make sure his tyres go quite the distance. Same with Bottas. I'm just going to tone it down a little bit. I decided to get Zhou to push just a little bit more again because he had lost a bit of time, half a second to be precise. So we were just wanting the hard tyres to be pushed a little bit more because I know we can go a bit further. Sorry, I nearly coughed there. You can see that graphic shows that the hard tyre is about where it should be. Bottas a little bit less than where we'd want him, so that's why we stopped pushing with him. In actual fact, I didn't even realise Bottas is now the front chain. That changed very quick over the course of a lap. What's happened to Bottas? He was nowhere near being caught when I had last checked as I went on board with Zhou. So I don't know what's happened to Bottas here. He's going to lose a lot of places now. This is not what we wanted, and this is what can happen in a race. It can all change in the split-second moment. So Bottas now down to 6th. Zhou still in 9th on the back of this. What can Bottas do? I need him to push on. On the medium tyres, he should be the stronger car, but he's just not quite got the pace. Ultimately, we will be extending Bottas' stint just by a lap or 2. And Zhou's probably come down by a lap or 2. So we need him to push on and take these positions comfortably. So that he's in clean air for the pit windows. Which is still quite a while away, I believe. So lap 19 is when we were meant to pit with Bottas. Lap 33 was Zhou. We have got a long way to go though, as Bottas gets in right behind Hamilton. Oh, we've had a lock-up. It looks like one of the Williams at the back. No safety car. Latifi, of course, it's Latifi. Bottas not able to do anything, but I reckon down this straight he will. Perez is going to be so vulnerable to the DRS. That is the disadvantage of this track, is how easy it is to get past in DRS. Is he going to go for a double move? He's getting Hamilton. Is he going to get Perez as well? He does. Put himself back into that position. Really, really good stuff.
Okay, Valtteri, nice move.
We'll put a little bit of deploy on, see if he can create a gap again. Zhou still not able to create anything, so we're just going to put him back down to the standard. Now turn Zhou up to attack. I really want him to get ahead of some of these drivers now. He is on the same tyre strategy, so we can get in the middle so we actually start overtaking. He's not even attempted an overtake yet. Bottas still in 4th. We've just entered the pit window with him. I still want to go a little bit longer than the original plan. We'll see if we can do that. But yeah, Zhou, as I said, stuck on attack now. Only halfway through his tyre strategy. We will be doing a lap or two shorter than planned. An undercut, if you will. I would like him to get in the mix there, especially as Alonso is on the medium tyres. So he will pay and that'll create a gap, and we don't want to lose a DRS train with that missing gap. Because if we look at this race, so far Zhou has been kept in this by the DRS. You can see now how aggressive I've stuck him on though. He is really pushing for this fight now. Up ahead, Bottas still defending for his life. Not much I can do for him at the moment. He's got to make those tires just go a little bit longer. Zhou does try to go around the outside of Russell. Can he make a stick nearly into the wall? He's gonna go for it. He is gonna go for it, but now we're stuck in this gaggle of cars. He does make the move stick. And hopefully Russell doesn't come back on him. I don't think he will. Right, we're gonna have to turn it down now because I can't afford to go more than a lap on attack for Zhou. Already gonna lose time anyway. But here we go. Is he gonna go for Alonso straight away? No, not quite. He was thinking about it though. We've now had Verstappen come out in our group. He's had a pit stop. He's actually locked up as well. We just had a little notification there. Didn't get a chance to click on the replay. So just to add to the dynamic of this, we've now got a car who's got fresh tyres and is going to struggle to get past everyone. You can see Zhou, without being on attack, doesn't really do much, and Russell comes down his inside and nearly forces him into a wall. But he's coming back alongside with DRS. Alonso does go in. We're going to ignore that. We are going to put Bottas on more aggression.
You're good to push.
He's got a bit of tyre to play with. We could go to the next lap or the lap beyond, and I think that'll make us comfortable. Don't think the hard tyre are as good as they seem. And without DRS in play for those guys I've just pit, they could be really at a disadvantage. Zhou though, again, you can just see struggling to keep his gap, so we're going to have to put him back on aggressive. This is where we're going to lose out. When we get onto the medium tyre, we may not be able to push at all, depending on how early we have to go onto it. But you can see he's already lost 8 tenths there. You can actually see now as well, Bottas lost through 2.5-3 seconds to Perez. That surprises me. Don't know how Perez got away, but yeah, this is where Bottas suddenly is just lacking a bit of form in the race. I don't know what happens, but he just seems to drop off all of a sudden. Really badly affecting him. Right, what we're going to do, we are going to really attack now, and we're going to pit this lap.
Let's get them. Oh, good.
Pit this lap for Bottas, see what he can do on attack.
Box.
You can see Zhou still struggling to keep up with Verstappen, but holding on to it just about. You can see there Verstappen looking to go down the inside of Bottas, and he is going to make a stick, I think. Yeah, those fresh tyres coming into play for him there. Not what we wanted. We don't want to be losing that much time to Hamilton. See if he can stick to the back of Verstappen right up until the pit stop. You see Zhou has lost that gap now. still got DRS, so he must have just been within the detection zone before that happened. Here comes Super Bottas trying to fly around the outside there. Not quite going to work from there. And just about goes for it, but not quite. He is going into pits though, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But hopefully we have a decent enough pit stop. That releases Zhou into the mix with them. Not really in a great position, but we'll keep him going. Probably going to tone him. Well, let's see actually where the tires are. No, they're in a pretty good position. We could probably keep pushing still with him. So what is the stop going to be? Is it going to be quick enough? Oh, it's 3.2. It's getting slightly quicker, but it's not where we want to be with pit stops. We want to be a lot quicker than that. Alonso goes by actually by quite some bit, but their tires will be a lot less capable than ours. And in fairness, it's 1.2 seconds. Bottas on maybe a little bit too much aggression there. And we can just push a little bit with the fuel as well to make sure we catch right up back to Alonso. So Verstappen now well ahead. He must have got past Hamilton and he's just sped along. These guys are all on the hard tires, so they're going a long distance to about lap 30. Zhou, you can see, attempting a move. Goes around the outside of Hamilton. Doesn't make a stick yet, and he's gonna keep trying. So he does get overtaken by Hamilton. Russell now right behind. Come on, Zhou. Down this main straight. What can you do?
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Can he gain the position back? He's getting closer and closer. Go on board with him. He goes flying past. We have a look behind, and there we go. Yep, ahead now. We're just going to put him on standard, though. We'll go have a quick look at Bottas, see what he's doing. He's about to do the same move to Alonso.
A position gained for Alfa
Nice stuff, nice stuff. We're going to keep him on these stats at the moment, the pushing on fuel and tyres. I don't want to risk losing out anymore. Ocon is just 3 seconds down the road. If we can catch with him, we can get on another DRS train. You can see that that also means, I think it's a... Ooh, who's actually down the road? Oh, that's looking at Zhou's position in 5th there. So Bottas still has a few slow cars ahead of him. So Bottas now right behind this next collection of cars, all on slower, more used tires. Someone's locked up in sector 2. Looks like an AlphaTauri, probably Sonoda. Can Bottas get past these guys? We have got him on aggressive. He is very close. We need him to displace him soon. Don't want to be stuck battling Alonso too long. Here we go. He's going to go down the inside of Ocon. Zhou struggling a little bit. He's now behind both Mercedes.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
So can he do it on this main straight? If not, we're going to have to save some ERS for him to get past a bit later on. I don't think he's going to do it unless he goes for an audacious attempt. No, he doesn't. Right, let's harvest the energy a little bit, and we'll come back to him in a minute when he's saved some of that. So, in our attempt to do that, which we've had to do, we've actually lost the place to Alonso, and he's gained past Gasly, but we needed to do it, and we're going to have to use overtake in this next section. We needed something for Bottas. He had no ERS left, so this is our attempt to get past now, which I think's going to work here, is it? No, Gasly's still going defensive. Bottas really struggling behind these slower cars. Put him on attack, come on.
Let's get them.
Understood.
So yeah, Bottas just not able to get close enough. Zhou's still doing a great job. We're going forward with Zhou. He's lost time to Hamilton, but him and Russell still battling away. He's doing a good job up there. Trying to just see if Bottas can do anything without ERS. I'd really want to try and save it for getting past Alonso. You can hear him feathering the throttle. Rather, he goes for a good move down here, but is he? Yes, he is. He listened to me there. Exactly what I wanted. And now we can catch Alonso.
Good job. Good job.
And let's put some overtake on. See if we can use that to our advantage.
Copy.
He's getting closer. He can go for a move around the outside. He may well do. He almost does. I had to put it back down to neutral because we've almost used it all up. So that's Ocon ahead of this train. And here goes Bottas, but he just gets held up because everyone's battling for places. He's going to go for the move with Alonso into the last corner. Can he make it stick? No, he doesn't. He loses a bit of speed there coming out of the corner. Here comes Flying Finn. Gonna go for the move down the inside, but this is a tricky place to make a move stick. Gotta get the speed out of that corner. He does. And that is Alonso pushed aside.
And once again, good job.
We're now on to Ocon and Magnussen. This is what I need, but I think Bottas has lost so much time. You know, really we should be battling for fourth. And I don't know if we're even going to be battling for any good position now. We should still come out ahead of the Mercedes and Zhou, but they'll be on medium tyres. And he's lost so much time battling this, and he goes for another move into the wall. We'll ignore that, guys. We'll ignore the clipping.
Okay, Valtteri, that's P9 now.
He is doing a phenomenal job now. He got the memo. Finally got the memo. Let's take him down to standard because using up a lot of his tyres.
Copy.
These guys probably will be pitting soon. I know Zhou will. Zhou really struggling on his hard tyres, especially compared to others. Maybe we pushed him too much on them. The undercut, though, may prove fruitful. So what we were predicted, lap 33. So we're probably going to be... We want to go lap 31, 32 before we pit. And there we go, past Russell again, once more for Zhou. So there has been a crash. Is that a safety car? Just waiting to see. So a quick look at the crash.
All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Where was that? Oh, coming around that fast corner. That's not where I expected. Oh, he's just locked up.
And there we see the
Oh,
crash.
it's not a big crash, but it's enough one. I don't think we'll get any safety car for that. No, there we go. Continue without one. We're now going to set Zhou to pit this lap for a medium set of tyres. Get that undercut done. And we have a look at Bottas as well. He's actually pulled a great gap without pushing too hard on Alonso. So we're just going to get him to settle down in the harvest, because I do need to get some of that. I don't see him catching Perez at all. He should easily surpass the Mercedes and Zhou when they pit. But yeah, he's not in a position there. It's going to be 5th, hopefully, again. But I mean, I'm not complaining entirely about that. We just need to keep an eye on the gap between Alonso and Bottas while he's harvesting the energy. But Zhou will be going into the pits now. Still ahead of Russell, which is great to see. He did such a good battle against the Mercedes. And now you'll see him pop off there. Bottas will easily clear him. A lot of the drivers will pit after Zhou, so he's just got to make use of this tyre and get it right, basically, is the key element to that. We'll see how long his pit stop is. I'm just keeping an eye on Bottas because I don't want him to lose too much time. 61% ERS, we'll go back to neutral for that. 3.2 for Zhou, a little bit better than it was. Where will he come out? Comes out ahead of the McLarens in a decent bit of clean air just behind Gasly, Ocon and Alonso. So far from letting these guys go at their own pace, they're keeping decent positions. Nobody's really catching. Obviously, Zhou struggling to catch Hamilton. I mean, it is a Mercedes. It's going to be difficult. Bottas did catch Perez a little bit, but that was only because he was battling with Russell. But he's kept his gap to Alonso, which is really crucial. We don't want him to lose that. Yeah, fuel's getting low. We're gonna worry about that in a few more laps. Hopefully we can kind of balance that out without actually having to affect it too much. But 2.3 seconds, you can see. Then Hamilton's going to be battling Alonso soon. Zhou not catching Hamilton, but we've got to keep an eye to this gap with Russell. Russell, I believe, is on medium tires. He has. So yeah, we will see what happens. We're just going to keep this going for a little bit. Hamilton is putting the gains in. He is really pushing hard. How much tire life have we got? We can't be pushing these hard tires that much, to be honest. So Bottas is just going to have to defend with his life. Zhou starting, I think, to catch Alonso a little bit, maybe. Russell behind has caught Zhou a little bit. I think we're just going to fast forward some more time and see where we get to. Bottas now is going to be heavy defended from Hamilton. I just think we're going to have to leave him as he is and hopefully get him to stick within his DRS range and just exploit the ERS at the end, because if we try and use defend now, we're just going to be weak to possibly an attack from Alonso behind. So let's see how he gets on in defending. Could put him to hold guards back behind, but I don't think that's going to benefit us at all. I think we'll just lose out if we do that. Here we go, DRS opens up. Hamilton trying to decide which way he's going. Is he going to go for the move? I think he will. He is on the stronger tire. And there we go, and he's probably going to squeeze Bottas out there. Hamilton's the one that gets the DRS.
We are in P6.
Zhou 3.4 behind Alonso now, so he is catching Alonso without pushing too much. His tires are a bit better. You know what, well, let's push Zhou a bit and we'll see if we can catch Alonso.
So you can push a bit more.
Copy.
So Zhou now within 8/10 of Alonso, doing a really good job to catch him. They have been the guys on the same strategy, I believe. Well, quick look at tires. My mistake, no, Alonso and Bottas are on the same strategy, so this has been really good for Zhou with the stronger tire being able to catch Alonso. This should be a relatively easy move, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to harvest some ERS now that he's in DRS. We want to keep an eye on that so that he can still catch him and overtake and then pull away. Into the first DRS range we go. I mean, you could say it's first or second, depends how you look at it. Still catch him while harvesting, it's always a good sign. Alonso going defensive quite early there, he took a defensive line into the corner. If Zhou can get past while harvesting, that would be absolutely amazing. He's closing him, don't think he'll get him here. Go for the outside move. Okay, he's gonna try it. He is gonna try it around the outside of Alonso. No, clips through the wall. Thank God that's just clipping. Alonso is the one that gets DRS. So let's get back to this when we've got enough ERS. So just come back and unfortunately just missed it. Zhou has overtaken Alonso while still harvesting. So we're gonna put him on deploy now. And he might actually get Bottas. This may be in Zhou's advantage. We've only got 7 laps to go, and he is doing an absolute phenomenal job on that opposite strategy. Remember, he did start P11 as well. Bottas started P6. Bottas in the same position he started, but Zhou is doing a great job, especially with that lack of new suspension. He's really putting on a good show in Saudi Arabia. You can already see 2.1 seconds behind, nearly dropping it below 2 now. I think this could be one of these times where we make some, what would you call it, team calls. Team calls? Team orders. Why would I forget this called team orders? And we let Zhou pass Bottas, but at the same time, you know, I don't think it'd be right because Bottas has done really well, so it wouldn't be fair to make them not battle. It's not like he can catch Hamilton at this rate, Zhou or Bottas. So, well, yeah, well, let's let them battle. We'll see how we get on. Zhou now 7/10 away. This is becoming inevitable that with 5 laps to go, Zhou will take P6 from Bottas, but he's... Oh, I can't praise him enough. He is doing a great job. We're just going to stick on board. We're going to see this battle. As I said, I'm not gonna put team orders in place, so we're gonna let this play out as it should. Might get crucified for this and end up being that both drivers go out, but I hope not. Here we go. Bottas goes defensive. Zhou maybe gonna wait till the end of the last turn. Fuel's getting low. Yeah, we know that, but it's on the edge. It's okay at the moment. Surely Zhou will get him here. Go on board. He's going for the outside move. Straight past him with no issues whatsoever. Bottas can't defend to that, but we've got a nice 3.3 second gap to Alonso, so they don't have to worry about behind either. Let's just put Zhou on aggressive.
Push hard now.
I don't want them to battle again, to be honest. The risk of them having issues is what I'm seeing there. So we've had a crash. Vettel on turn 16. I don't know how bad it is. Oh,
Dear me, they won't have been
quite a shunt that. And I forgot to mention that Bottas did end up catching back up with Zhou, but I think Zhou is too quick at the moment to allow Bottas to stay ahead. Like, look at this, he's right behind him. I am a little bit tense now about this battle. I don't want there to be an accident. That's the last thing I want. Just kind of need Zhou to pull away a little bit and we'll be a-okay. But Bottas definitely going to come back.
4 laps to go.
Right, let's skip along. Hope to God we don't have any issues. So the stress is now that Russell is getting very close. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna... Where's the call for it? I know it says late to pass. I'm just kind of hoping it'll slow him down enough that he won't try and re-overtake him. We've got a bit of an intense situation here with a lap and a half to go. Russell's 1.6 seconds behind. How's his tires looking? They're alright, they're not too overheated. Bottas not in a position that he can push. But hopefully keeps him in DRS range without overtaking. That's kind of my hope with these guys. Can't have them keep battling with Russell that close behind. Yeah, I think you can see Bottas gets close. Surely he's not going to go for a move with me having said, don't fight your teammate. Feel bad for using the team order. It's not like me to want to do that. I like drivers battling, but I can't have Russell catch him because they're battling. I'll be cheeky. I'll take it off now. If he overtakes him at the end, that's his decision. It's down to Bottas at that point. I just don't want Russell getting in that DRS range right before the end of the lap, and it's so close. Zhou is I'm gonna keep saying it, he's put in a phenomenal race. If he can get a 6th position, or even 7th, you know, that is a good result for him. 9th and 7th would be the two results, or 9th and 6th, and Bottas would be 5th and 6th, or 5th and 7th. That's a very good start of the season. We would stay ahead of Mercedes, I believe. So there we go. That is, I think, Russell in the DRS range now. We've got to really hope that Bottas just has enough to keep ahead, and Zhou. If they make a mistake together, that could give Russell ultimately the advantage he needs. 7/10 now. Come on, guys. This is it. The final few corners. This long straight round the side. I'm a bit nervous now. Zhou goes defensive and Russell's right there. Let's push out everything we got.
Okay, Valtteri, close the gap.
Here we go. Oh, wait, no, we still got one more lap. Oh, sugar my plums. I've mistimed that. I've misread it completely wrong. This is not good.
These tires to last.
Oh, drama. I've misjudged it, guys. I have misjudged it completely. Oh, no. It could all go wrong now. Right, let's put both on deploy. See what happens. Oh, come on. This is not what I wanted. That's the finish line. How did I? Oh, I just completely misread it. That is not good. There we go. They both created a little bit of a gap. Charles Leclerc wins. Verstappen was on pole. Oh, pardon me. Verstappen down to P3. Look how intense this is. Zhou is trying everything. He's going to go around the outside of him, isn't he? He's going to do it here. Not much left of this. There is one corner after this one. Russell's still right behind and could take advantage here. I hope he doesn't. Oh. So Bottas goes back in front, but Zhou surely is going to get the DRS at the end here, is he? He's got no ERS though.
Copy.
And they cross the line. Bottas and Zhou. Oh my god.
Okay, Valji, that's it.
Too much for me, that. Too much. The fact that I mistimed that, and luckily they kept ahead of Russell.
The normal procedure, so ignition off, leave high voltage on.
Almost a line.
Oh my god.
Very good race. Drive offline, thank you.
Christ almighty, that was too much for my heart to take, that, guys. There we go, the garage all happy. Let's have a look at that final result. So there you go. Bottas didn't move up or down position. Actually, a few drivers didn't move up or down positions. Zhou, 4 positions gained. Did a great faster lap than Bottas. In the Drivers' Championship, that moves him up to 7th above Pierre Gasly. Bottas continues to be in 5th, matching Hamilton now. In the Constructors, we're still 6 points ahead of Mercedes, both getting the same amount. We're not going to keep a hold of that, but, you know, the better we can do, the easier that is for us to keep a high position. Development point for Zhou as well, so we'll go add that in now. There we go, 1 development point. Where should we put this in? His overtaking is great. Let's do his consistency. I'd like that to go up. Let's quickly check our inbox. It's just our post-race information. Exceeding expectations. And that's, oh yeah, just the kind of about the car. But we are looking to improve the car with parts. We have brought some parts. Or sorry, we haven't brought them yet. We are developing them. You can see 23 days for those completions. We've also still got the scouting of drivers. This got 2 of them. That's still going to be a little bit longer for progress on that. Next up comes the Australian Grand Prix in 11 days. We won't probably see much in between there. It'll probably be, when we come back, just a bit more manufacturing of parts and seeing if we get the scouting of those drivers and looking at replacing Robert Kubica. So I hope you have enjoyed the video today, guys. It has been another phenomenal race for the Alfa Romeo boys. If you have any feedback, please leave a comment down below. Please make sure as well to like the video. It really helps and I appreciate that. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. So until then, take care.